It's 5 and 5 time. This is a 5-minute simplified breakdown of the most important stuff you need to know for AP Biology Unit 2, cell size, structure, membranes, and transport. 5 minutes starts now. We kick off with the two sides, prokaryotes versus eukaryotes. Biology loves categories. When we all talk about cells, you'll see two main types. Prokaryotic cell, these are the simplified cells, think bacteria and archaea. No membrane-bound organelles, no nucleus, just a cell that gets things done with minimal parts. Eukaryotic cells, a lot bigger, a lot more complex than prokaryotes. These have membrane-bound organelles, including a nucleus. Two types of eukaryotic cells are animal and plant cells. Lots in common, but big differences that gives them the edge. Speaking of common ground, let's take a tour of the cells and see what's universal in the cellular playbook. All cells share 4 required features: nucleic acids, cytoplasm, ribosomes, and the plasma membrane. You're already an expert on nucleic acids, and cytoplasm is the internal environment of the cell. So let's talk about ribosomes and the plasma membrane. Ribosomes are the universal builders. Why? Because everything living needs to make proteins. Ribosomes take mRNA and use it to build proteins. The plasma membrane is the gatekeeper and separates the cell from the outside environment. It's a phospholipid bilayer, making it selectively permeable, controlling what enters and exits. Small nonpolar molecules, no problem. Ions and big polar molecules, they need help from embedded channel proteins. Even water needs aquaporin, a specialized channel protein. Another thing, every cell has to move things in and out. Here's how they do it. There are 3 types of passive transport, which moves small things across the gradient with no energy expenditure: diffusion, osmosis, and facilitated diffusion. In contrast, active transport uses energy, specifically ATP, to move items up the concentration gradient. But what about bulky items or big amounts of molecules? How does that movement happen? That's where endocytosis and exocytosis come in. Endocytosis brings material in, exo sends material out. In and exit, get it? This memory trick just might help you earn a 5 on your AP Bio exam. Remember when I said eukaryotes are bigger than prokaryotes? In fact, on average, they're about 10 times bigger, which means they're a lot bigger in size and complexity. To manage this massive scale and complexity, eukaryotes need an elaborate system. The internal MVP. Eukaryotes have adapted this endomembrane system to manage the scale and reduce the effects of high cell surface to volume ratio. Folded membranes and organelles work together to modify, package, and transport proteins and lipids around the cell. They create specialized compartments for specialized functions. Key players here are the nucleus, which stores genetic info, mitochondria, which make ATP, the powerhouse of the cell, rough ER studded with ribosomes that produces proteins and lipids, smooth ER, which also produces lipids, the Golgi complex, which packages and modifies proteins, and lysosomes, which is the main player involved in digestion. Plants and animal cells share a ton. They also have major differences that make them uniquely powerful and special. Let me put it this way. Ever punched a tree? Who won? Yeah, exactly, the tree. Why? Because plant cells have a strong protective covering called a cell wall. We, as animal cells, do not. Plant cells also have chloroplasts and a single large central vacuole that holds water. Animal cells lack the cell wall and chloroplasts, but they have small vacuoles used for storing cellular material, not just water. And that's the nucleus of Unit 2. 5 minutes is up. You just learned about AP Bio cell structure and function. Now make like a cell and transport that knowledge to your big, beautiful brains so that you can pass the AP Biology exam. And for detailed content on these topics and others, check out our UWorld's AP Bio course at collegeprep.uworld.com. See you in the next unit.